So we are excited to get started. For some of you guys, I'm Segal, the Segal Program Director, Kyle Richard, our Segal Program Coordinator. We're going to say a little bit more in a few minutes, but first we just want to acknowledge that with the program that's spread across the country, we have people watching us virtually online. And so I hope that you will let the spirit of the virtual presence that's on the computer fill in the presence that's here in the room, although we have a great presence. We're honored that the Segal family is here. And the CYC team is here, including Center Director Susan Kernan. But we wanted to start with a welcome from Dean Weil, because he's supported the program throughout his time here and wanted you to have the chance to welcome everybody.
Deans always need notes to work from. Thank you, Susie. I am really delighted. This is my third year that I've actually been able to welcome everyone to this lunch, and particularly to welcome our Segal Fellows. It's always wonderful to hear, most importantly, their stories. About this, I guess, the end of my first year was when we had the 10th anniversary of the Citizen Leadership Program in Washington, which was an amazing event. At the time, I brought a bunch of my former colleagues from the Labor Department to join us, and I think they were all blown away by people who came before you and what they had done and what they are doing really in the spirit of Eli and Phyllis Segal's dedication to this idea of building a generation of citizen leaders. I don't need to say anything more than I think we all know how important the idea of a citizen leader and people who are engaged in the civic life of our society is in a democratic society at this very fraught moment in time. And so the importance of this program to Heller and to Brandeis, and more importantly to our civil society, I think could not be greater than at this moment. I know but I also know the impact not just from engagement with this annual meeting and thinking about the 10th year anniversary celebration. 2 weeks ago, I met with Jason Ewis, who works for Mayor Marty Walsh on something called, I always goof up the name, Economic Mobility Lab, which is this very cool new idea of doing innovative city-level policy in the city of Boston. And Jason Ewis heads that up. I was at a meeting with Jason with something called the Boston Ujima Project, which is a local project to really build community engagement and workforce development in some of the most economically challenged parts of Boston. And Jason was at that meeting, and in an intermission, he came up to me and he said, you know, I love the Segal Fellows. I can't tell you how many. They've had a number of them there. He wants more. It's an expression, I think, ultimately of how successful this program has been in our most local level with some of our most local partners. So I am just delighted to kick off this in the spirit of all these wonderful contributions the program has. I want to welcome Phyllis and John Segal, Jeff Lemberg. Maura can't be with us. I think Maura might be with us virtually. She's here, I'm sure, in spirit. But thank you for your ongoing support of this incredibly important program. It's wonderful to see you here again, as well as all of the faculty and staff associated with the program. So welcome.
Thank you. So Kyle and I are just going to say a few more words before we get to the heart of today, which is hearing from our 2019 Segal Fellows. But we do want to make sure that everyone's aware of who we are as the Segal program. It's made reference that we build on the legacy of Phyllis Segal and Eli Segal, and the life that they led that focused on mentorship and years. And we really try to elevate service and citizen leadership as central strategies critical to the health and well-being of our democracy. Who are our fellows? It's not just the 5 people here and the 1 fellow joining us virtually from Denmark. It's 120 fellows across the country. 54% of our fellows identify as people of color or multiracial. 82% of our fellows are under 35, so still youth, but half of them are out in their 30s and 40s. And the majority of our fellows are female leaders. And so our network is really strong across generations and issues to help people solve society's most intractable problems. And we hope these fellows are doing a great job of encouraging other people to apply to become fellows, which you can do through the member center. So one of the things you'll hear our fellows reference today are the Segal Citizen Leadership Core Competencies. I don't expect you to read and memorize them now, but we just wanted to give you a bigger sense of some of the things that folks will reference during their presentations that are at the heart of what we want all Segal fellows to be able to do. And Kyle's going to talk a little bit about how their summer internships are one component as a part of a broader lifelong fellowship that is a deep way of engaging fellows over the course of their lives.
Yeah, so as a Segal Susie mentioned to us, as mentioned to you all, I want to first thank you all for joining today. Susie and I strive to be intentful in creating really rewarding internship opportunities for our fellows, and we do that initially by having consistent meetings and check-ins with our fellows before they get their site placements. And their ideas, a lot of the selection is based on things such as geographic location, the demographics, their mission statement, and the places that they'd like to work in. After that, we decide to support them with a stipend that covers the cost of their living expenses. And following that, we want to make sure that we are checking with them regularly by doing supervisor visits to make sure they're getting a high-touch approach with their supervisors and their organizations, as well as check-ins with their fellow cohort members to make sure that we're doing well and folk working together in the right way. And then also after their first year into their program, we connect them with a coach who helps continue this development to make sure that they're on their way, on their citizen leadership journey.
Thanks so much, Kyle. So